Getting banned on Facebook ads can feel like it comes out of nowhere. And annoyingly, they don't really have any clear guidance on what actually causes people to get banned. So I went to the trouble of contacting support and pushing until I found out the answers and actually got connected to a super rep who managed to tell me what the internal documentation was saying for the reasons why people got banned. Here are the top reasons they told me that they spent like 5 minutes typing out by hand because it wasn't on an external article. So the first reason they told me was that people are not using real verified Facebook profiles. Particularly, they didn't like anonymous profiles. So the example of signing up with a character name like Joe Schmo or something like that. I know a lot of people doing that because they don't like to use social media in general, but this is definitely a no-no. So even if it's your personal account, not the business account doing anything, having an anonymous personal account can affect your business account or your ad accounts. They also mentioned that they will use photo ID to compare it with your personal account to see if they match. So it needs to have a photo even that matches your real face that can be used to verify the ID. The next is using multiple personal user profiles, as in profiles that are designed to be used by somebody else on your behalf. We've all heard of the experience where people get banned for using a VPN and logging in. This is kind of the same thing. They don't want you to create like a your brand name account and log in and manage the accounts like that. They want you to have each your individual personal accounts. The proper way to do this is to use the business suite. So make sure you have a business portfolio set up, used to be called a business account. Add all your assets into that. I think I have a guide on that somewhere. I'll put a link to it below. And then add your individual users to that. So if it's an agency, add them via the partner tool. If it's an internal staff member, add them via the people tool and give them the correct level of control of your account. Definitely don't have one personal account that's named after your company and share that to people. Next up is the improper setup of business assets. So they actually want you to have all of the business information filled out as much as possible. I'm guessing they also want to use this information to verify your business is a real one. So make sure you have the name, address, phone number, VAT, all that kind of stuff set up so that they can compare business documentation if they ask for it. And if not, that's probably a yellow or red flag on your account at some point. FYI as well, if you'd like to get help making sure your ad account is set up correctly and structured properly, I'm offering free 25-minute review workshops, limited for per month. Just click the link. Cool. So the next one is having a single admin. So this is kind of weird that you would think it naturally gets set up with a single admin. So why would that be a red flag or a yellow flag? Having talked to Meta, it seems to be really important to have more than one business admin on the account. I'm guessing they see it as a sign of being legitimate that you have a business that has more than one person working there. But I'm guessing it's also because they don't want you to get locked out of your account and they just have another vertical that they can use to verify the information, such as another person whose identity can be verified to support your account. So try to add a staff member or a family friend member as an admin to your account. So one, you don't get locked out yourself for any reason, but two, you don't get that red flag. Another one, no two-factor authentication. Make sure that you have it turned on. And if you go to the Meta Business Suite and you go to the Security Center, you can select that it is forced to turn on for everyone who works at your business. So make sure that is turned on. One, it's just good practice in general, so your ad account doesn't get hacked for any reason. But make sure it's turned on so that you're sending trust signals back to Meta and not getting your ad account banned. Next thing is using third-party tools recklessly. So they don't like you using any kind of automation tools that spam a lot of people or scrape things. So they will define that as inauthentic behavior and use that as a reason to ban or pause your account. So be careful with those tools. The next one is circumventing behavior. So if one of your ad accounts banned, they don't want you creating multiple ad accounts or business portfolios to try and get around it and creating multiple assets for the same business if one has been banned before. They'll see that as circumventing behavior. So if it does get banned, they want you to go through the process of trying to get it unbanned and appealing that decision instead. This was surprising to me because naturally I know a lot of people who've created multiple ad accounts, but I think it's not having multiple ad accounts that's the problem. It's having one that's banned and creating a new one to get around the reason that it was banned in the first place. Another one was no organic presence before advertising. So a lot of media buyers, we follow our own kind of voodoo processes to warm up an ad account when it's brand new. I personally run like a page likes campaign for $15 just in the beginning to get it going. They said that was bogus and didn't really help. The big problem was having no organic presence or no organic activity on the brand and its pages before starting to advertise. I guess that's because you have a lot of spam accounts or scam accounts that will just set up overnight, blast a whole bunch of ads, and then get shut down. And they're trying to avoid that happening by at least looking for some organic activity on your profiles before you advertise. So I'm still going to use the hocus pocus thing, to be honest, but I would also encourage all my clients to get some organic activity on their profiles as well before I begin advertising, just to be double sure. I've started fresh ad accounts without any organic activity first, using the hocus pocus stuff, and it seems to work fine for me. One quick tip is to prepare for access recovery. Obviously, make sure you have another admin added to your account, but I also specifically brought up with them, what do you do when you get locked out of your account and there's no one else that can access your account and there's no other admin? And they basically said this is a really common problem. And unfortunately, if you have exhausted all your password recovery options, that kind of thing, your last resort is to use the hacked account recovery option. It's kind of funny that they recommended to me that as an internal meta person, but hey, if it works. Otherwise, +1 for having an ads manager added to your account to make sure that you have another backup person to give you access when you get locked out. So hopefully this clarifies the main reasons why ad accounts get banned out of nowhere. Please use a list to check your account, make sure you have everything set up. I'll add a link to it in the comments below. Otherwise, if you'd like help to review your account, including its setup and strategy, I'm offering free 25-minute Q&A calls. I'll put a link to that below as well. Let me know if you need any help. Otherwise, see you in the next video.